Good evening, folks. Don Tyson, Blake Perryman, coming to you from the Route 66 Coliseum in Stroud, Oklahoma. Glad you're along with us. Hope you enjoy the broadcast today. I don't know if you can hear that echo back home, but it's really rattling around in my ears, but Blake is working on it. Has some feedback somewhere. We're going to pause till we can kind of get this corrected. I'm sorry, folks. Good evening, folks. Don Tyson, Blake Perryman, coming to you from the Route 66 Coliseum in Stroud, Oklahoma. Class B Area 2 Consolation Finals. Fort Cobb Broxton Mustangs taking on the Earlsboro Wildcats in a do-or-die game. You win this ball game, you advance to the state tournament. That will start Thursday in Oklahoma City area. If you lose this contest, start playing baseball on Monday. So it's a big, big ball game for both these teams. Mustangs coming off a tough loss last night. They faced a fantastic Glencoe Panther team last night. And Glencoe, they really played well and defeated the Mustangs and sent us into the consolation bracket tonight. So the good thing about being in the winner's bracket all during the playoffs is you get to the area finals, and one loss doesn't end your season, and you get another chance, and that's what we have today, taking on these Earlsboro Wildcats. Blake, what are your thoughts on the contest tonight?
Well, you know, it's always tough to take a loss, but the good thing about it is before the state tournament, you get a second chance, and I would much rather the second chance come now where you only have to win one, whereas if you lose maybe in districts or regionals, you might have to win 2, 3, 4 games just to make it. So certainly in a much better spot than we could have been tonight for sure.
Well, we're just happy to be playing, you know.
That's right.
Well, we would have liked to have won last night, but Glencoe had other ideas, and you know, no shame in losing that ball game last night. Glencoe just played fantastic. I guess the story for the Mustangs tonight will be the health of Cray Rogers. He knee injury, suffered. Oh, I think maybe when they were playing Coyle a week or so ago, and anyway, he wasn't near 100% last night. I wouldn't anticipate him being much better tonight health-wise, but these other guys are capable of doing the job. Jackson played really well last night, and Jackson's capable of putting, you know, scoring a bunch of points. Taylor can make three-pointers, Collins three-pointers, you know, so we've got the weapons, I think. We just have to, you know, not rely on, you know, depend on Cray to do it all. They're all going to have to pitch in as they normally do, and I think we'll be in good shape tonight. Earlsboro comes into the game with a record of 18 wins and 8 losses. They are ranked number 19 in Class B. They defeated Coyle. They have a common opponent, these teams do. They each have played Coyle. Earlsboro beat them 61-46. The Mustangs beat them 54-42. So, you know, if you can tell anything by those comparative scores, it ought to be a pretty even matchup. Sometimes those things are not even close to right, but they have played the same team and they come out about the same. The Wildcats lost in the first game of the regional to Kenta, and they have won 4 straight ball games after that. The Mustangs come into the game with a record of 22 wins and 6 losses, and they are ranked 8th this year. They were in the winner's bracket until last night as Glencoe defeated them 59-40. The Mustangs have been to the state tournament 9 years in a row, Blake. Trying to keep that streak alive tonight. We talked about it a little bit last night. Since the year 2000, they've made 16 state tournament appearances. So this is not new territory for the Mustangs, but their backs are against the wall today. You know, there's a little pressure knowing that you have to win this ball game to advance.
Well, and we talked about it last night. They were in the same position last season. They played Snyder on the Friday night, and Snyder played about the same way that Glencoe did last night. They shot a lot of threes, and they hit a lot of threes. Mm-hmm. And then we went on and played Canute the Saturday night in the elimination game. Winner goes to state, loser goes home, and we were able to pull that one out. So, you know, there's a couple people down there that played in that game. I know Ian Taylor and Jackson Willits got a lot of minutes, and so they know what it's like to be in this type of game, and with these kinds of implications.
And we've got Scott Hines on the bench, who has won 677 times in his career. So we're quite capable. Scott, one of the great coaches in Oklahoma basketball currently, and in the history, in as far as the number of wins he has, state championships he has under his belt, and that's Dale Bellamy, assistant, along with his son Cameron here tonight. So
between those three, there's a lot of won games in whatever sport you want to go to.
A lot of coaching ability there. Let's take a moment, thank our sponsors while we have the opportunity. Southwest Oklahoma Driving School, Mr. Kent Sexton. Carnegie Fiber, located in Carnegie, Oklahoma, for all your high-speed internet needs. Keystone Foods, Ouachita Valley Bank, T-Bird's Convenience Store, and Shelley Dissey with ABC Superior Realty. We're about set to introduce the starting lineups. The Mustangs today will be, for the first time in the playoffs, a visiting team. They have been the home team in every contest so far, but tonight they will be introduced first. As the fans rise to greet the players, the junior number 2, Jackson Willits. A sophomore, number 3, Cray Rogers. A junior number 4, Simeon Collins. A junior number 22, Blake Nunn. And a junior number 33, Ian Taylor. As I mentioned, the Mustangs coached by Mr. Scott Hines, assisted by Dale Bellamy and Cameron Hines.
Well, that feels odd, doesn't it?
What's that?
Assisted by Cameron Hines.
And now for the Earlsboro Wildcats. In their home white uniforms today, they start a junior number 3, Justin McGehee. Sophomore number 12, James Smith. Freshman number 21, Quentin Lena. A junior number 22, Trent Deere. And a senior number 33, Ryan Long. The Wildcats are coached by Mr. Devin Terry. We're about set to go. Biggest ball game of the year, Blake. Chance to advance to the state tournament.
And at this point, fans put aside everything that's happened over the course of the season, the 3 runner-up trophies that the Mustangs have in their various tournaments. None of those matter anymore. This is the one that matters.
That's right. Mustang going right to left on your TV screen. Number 33 versus 33. That's Taylor jumping center against Ryan Long, and we're about set to go. Ball in the air, tapped and thrown by the Wildcats, and they'll start in the offense first. And let's see what kind of defense the Mustangs come out in. Looks like it's going to be a man-to-man. Rogers.
Already it looks like to me he's moving around a little bit better with that brace on.
Mustang doing a pretty good job defensively. Out front, Lena, three-pointer, no good from the freshman, and Ian Taylor clears the boards. Long pass up ahead to Willits. Dribbles along the baseline, over Lena, shot good! Jackson Willits with a great start for the Mustangs as he got around his defender with ease and went past Lena, laid it in for 2.
It's hard to beat quickness.
Yep, and Jackson's a great player. There's a pass through the arms of number 32, the 22, and it'll be a turnover to the Mustangs. Just underway here, opening period. Mustangs on top 2-0. And let's see, it looks like we didn't catch it the first time, but Wildcats coming out in a man-to-man. Ian Taylor's three-pointer won't fly, and the Wildcats with the rebound.
Well, if this was college, you'd say that's not a great shot to take early in the shot clock, but wasn't a bad look at all.
He was wide open. Basket good by Trent Deere. And we're tied at 2. Rogers on the handle. Free throw line jumper. A little hard off the back iron. Ball is tapped and controlled by Nunn along the baseline. Goes around Lena. Off the glass, no good. Taylor there for the rebound. Lobs it out front to Rogers. Skip pass over to Collins. Left wing 3 on the way. No good off the heel of the basket. And Lena there for the rebound. Mustangs are getting good looks. I think that's a good sign.
And I do like the hustle there, grabbing those 2 offensive boards. That might come in handy a little later on.
There's Lena on the drive against Willits. It's no good. Good defense by Jackson, but they get the offensive rebound. Kick it out quickly to McGehee. Yeah, the Mustangs, if they can keep getting shots inside like they have the first couple of possessions, I think we'll be fine tonight. Lena, long three-pointer on the way, good. Quentin Lena puts the Wildcats on top, 5-2. Up ahead quickly, Taylor. Out front to Collins. Swing it around the perimeter. Now Rogers has it. Down low to Taylor. Good ball movement by the Mustangs. Willits, little 12-footer in the lane, rattled out. And the Wildcats with a rebound. A pretty good rebounding club, it appears. Lena, just a freshman. Dribbles to his right. Hands it off out front to McGehee. Around the perimeter they go. There's a drive to the hoop. Lays it in for two. Was that Smith or Deere? I think it was Deere, wasn't it?
I believe it was.
7-2.
Yes.
Wildcats on top. Willits through the lane. Layup good. Jackson with all 4 points for the Mustangs. Jackson's a strong player. Contact doesn't bother him a lot. And he cuts the lead to 3, 7-4. 5 minutes to go, opening period. And now Lena out front with it. It's a cutting Deer. Kicks it in the corner. McGehee, good. Justin McGehee. And it's 10-4. There's Collins. Bounce pass to Willits. Elbow jumper on the way. Rattled out. Boy, halfway down and popped out. We've had 2 of those so far. Fast-paced first quarter here. Wildcats kind of shooting it like Glencoe did last night.
I don't know if I like the sound of that.
I don't like it either. There's Deere with it out front. Trying to get around Taylor, and it's taken away. Lost it on the dribble, and Simeon Collins now has it in the front court. Bounce pass over to Nunn in the lane. Kicks it in the corner to Rogers. Back to Nunn. Baseline 3 on the way. Good. There you go. Blake Nunn with a 3.
Don,
I talked to 10-7. Go ahead.
I talked to Blake's grandpa and his mom earlier before the game, and I said, I think he'll have a big game tonight. That's a very good sign.
Yeah, that's a good sign. A three-pointer by Lena is no good. Taylor high for the rebound. Quickly, Rogers into the front court. Penetrates in the paint. Little 8-foot runner. Won't get over the front of the rim. Rebound control by the Wildcats. Rogers looks pretty strong today so far on that knee. Doesn't really seem to be favoring it too much. There's a weave out front. Ball tapped away by Rogers. As checking in will be Aiden Lewis for the Mustangs. He's going to replace Nunn. And in for James Smith for the Wildcats is number 0, I believe. Or number 11, I'm sorry. Can't read those numbers. Danny Billingsley. It's going to be a foul on Jackson, I think, as Lena drove to the hoop. And at the line will be Quentin Lena shooting 2. First foul of the contest with 3:03 to play opening period. Quentin Lena, just a freshman.
Boy, he doesn't play like it, does
No,
he?
he's a good, strong ball player. He's got 4 points so far. Yeah, I watched a little of it when they played Coyle the other day, and he's a good ball player. Got a good team. They're no slouch, I'll tell you for sure. We're going to have to play well to beat them. That free throw no good. 11-7. 3 minutes to play, opening period. Right side, Collins. Just inside the three-point arc, over to Lewis. Taylor through the middle of the lane, goes by a defender, off the glass and 2. Nice move by Ian Taylor. I think he had to alter his shot there. I think he was going to try to finger roll that one, and they came over and defended him, and he bounced it off the glass wisely.
It's a good thing he stopped where he was, otherwise that's a charge.
And Lena's pass had a little too much mustard on it, and it went through Trent Deere's hands. Turned back over to the Mustangs with a chance to tie or take the lead here. Mustangs led it early, 2-0. We've had one tie and one lead change. Rogers down low to Willits, got his man posted up. Good basket by Jackson. Boy, he had a kind of a mismatch there, had his man pinned behind him. Jackson strong, held him off and was laid it in for 2, and we're tied at 11.
And that's one of the things that we didn't do last night. We had Cray in the post. Jackson was mainly handling the ball.
Yeah.
And early on in the season, even late in the season, it was exactly what we just did.
Yeah. That's a little more our style right there, I think. Three-pointer's no good. Quickly Rogers into the front court. Nearly lost it. Got it back. Over to Willits. Spin move into paint. Little 8-footer. Good. Jackson's on fire tonight. That's 8 points for Jackson. And the Mustangs take the lead. 13-11.
6-0 run.
Excellent.
Last minute and a half.
Yeah. 1:34 to play. First period. There's Lena trying to go around Taylor along the baseline. Strong move, shot no good. Taylor with a good board, and Lena knocked it out of bounds. Tell you, you got to stay with Lena. He's a stout young man, and Taylor did a good job defending him. James Smith checks back in, replacing Justin McGehee. A little more size on Willits. I think that's what they're going to. McGehee was trying to defend him, and he's not a match for Jackson. So they put bigger man on him.
There's not many people that are.
Right. But he's about the same size as Jackson. Screen by Lewis. Rogers steps back, three-pointer on the way, high off the rim and over the backboard. Just a tad off there, another inch or two, but it swished.
I thought at first that thing was going to bounce up and go in.
I was hoping that.
Such a good move to get separation there.
Good step back three-pointer. Yeah, it'd be nice to get a little separation here. Minute to play, opening period. Right side Lena. Right wing three on the way. It's no good. And Taylor there for the rebound. Doing a good job on the boards for the Mustangs. Here comes Rogers. Coach Hines says keep playing. We're not playing for one here. In the corner, Taylor. There's Willits cutting in the lane through the defenders. Oh, wow, what a great shot that was, and it fell off the front of the rim, almost an and one. Great move by Jackson. Really strong to muscle that one up. Foul's going to be on Lena, and that's his first. First team foul on the Wildcats, and Jackson will be shooting two. And he makes the first. Outstanding quarter for Jackson. Got 9 points already. Nunn checks in, replacing Collins.
Don, if he hits this, he'll have as many as he did last night.
Yeah. Yeah, he's really taking charge today. That one appears to be short. It is.
Announcers Jinx got us again.
3-point lead for the Mustangs, 14-11. And Earlsboro now on attack. There's Lena. Willits on him. Kicks it right side. Shot no good. Good defense by Lewis, but it winds up in the hands of Ryan Long, and he lays it in for two. 6 seconds to play. Rogers into the front court, down to three. Crossover. 14-footer left of the lane, no good. And after 1 period of play, the Mustangs 14, Earlsboro 13. You're listening to the Mustangs Basketball Network.
Your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers.
Talk about a win-win.
Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Ouachita Valley Bank, locally owned and operated since 1902, proudly serving the Fort Cobb area with knowledgeable and friendly professionals that actually care about your financial well-being. Online banking, loans, certificate of deposit, safe deposit boxes, 24-hour telephone banking, and an ATM. For service you can trust, Ouachita Valley Bank, 405-643-2305. Member FDIC.
Proud supporters of Fort Cobb Mustangs. The name of the store is T-Birds. Come see Connie for our daily lunch specials. Good. We offer cold drinks, hot food, and a clean environment. Also, $1 fountain pop Wednesdays.
Got some shooting numbers there for the first period, Blake.
Don, the Mustangs in the first quarter shot 40% from the field, 25% from three. Earlsboro 42% from the field, 33% from three. Both teams 1 out of 2 at the line so far.
Mustangs have the ball to start the second period. Great feed to Nunn. Beautiful play from Trey Rogers. Kind of a set play, it appeared. A couple of crossers in the middle of the lane. They left it for Nunn for an easy two. Ball taken away. Here come the Mustangs. Willits racing it down the left floor against Lena, and Lena fouled him. That's the second foul on Quentin. And at the line will be Jackson Willits. They're going to say it was on the, he was in the act of shooting. And Jackson will be at the line, trying to build on a 3-point lead. And Jackson cans that one. That gives him 10 so far. And he'll have one more. Off the side iron, but Nunn hassled after it, and then he lost his footing. Tough luck for the Mustangs as Nunn had the rebound tracked down, and feet slipped out from under him. Lena is going to check out, and he's going to be replaced by McGehee. It appears, from what I've seen so far, Earlsboro offense pretty well runs through Lena, so we'll see how this affects their squad. Sometimes we say that, and the team gets better, so who knows. Out front is Trent Deere. He'll try a long three-pointer. No good. Once again, Taylor there for the board. Outlet quickly to Rogers behind the back dribble. Boy, they're playing good defense on him. That's Ryan Long on him. In the corner they go to Taylor. Baseline three on the way, too strong. And there's going to be a travel. We don't see that call very often, but the two guys from the same team are kind of wrestling over it. And it's a turnover to the Mustangs.
It's probably a good thing it was both of them on the same team instead of one of them, one of us, because then if we were in there, it would have been a foul.
Probably. Rogers finally gets it into Taylor. And now we'll see what kind of offensive set we're going to go to. Leave it out to Willits out front. Weave around the corner. Collins all alone. Baseline tray, good. Simeon Collins drains a long three. And it's a 7-point margin for the Mustangs. Great offensive set that time. They're running some plays I haven't seen this year. Hines, there's going to be a foul on the drive. I think Rogers is going to be called for the personal, as he was kind of riding Trent Deere along left of the lane. Non-shooting foul, so it'll be Earlsboro basketball.
Well, I haven't seen this inbounds play in a while. Little triangle.
A lot of moving parts, but the Mustangs defend it well. Out front, McGehee. Drive along the baseline. Willits cuts him off. Three-pointer on the way by Billingsley. It's no good. Collins high for the rebound. Up ahead quickly to Nunn. Pass to the goal. Kicks it. Try to kick it to Willits. He had a layup. Threw it away. Shot on the other end by Trent Deere's no good, and the Mustangs get the rebound. If the Mustangs can have and we're going to have a moving screen on Blake Nunn. Just as it seems we have some momentum. Coach Hines is beside himself over here. That's going to be the first foul on Nunn. And we're going to have a 30-second timeout taken by the Wildcats. And we will do the same. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
See you soon. We are your premier best in state driving school located in Southwest Oklahoma at Fort Cobb Public School. We can provide all the services related to driving in the state of Oklahoma, such as driver's education, in-house testing capabilities, permits, and drive testings for a license. The only thing that you will be required from DPS is your eye exam. We have certified instructors that use our cars to teach your students how to be the best drivers from the beginning. Come see us today for all your driving needs.
We're bringing
5:50 to play, second period. And it will be Earlsboro basketball. Mustangs have 3 team fouls, Earlsboro with 2. After that moving screen they called on Nunn on the last possession. Out front is James Smith. Deere trying to get around Willits. Wild shot off the backboard. Great job by Jackson. Rogers with the rebound. They really force them sometimes, it appears, on their offensive end, but the Mustangs doing a great job staying with them on defense. Mustangs have really had some pretty good plays cooked up tonight. They're running some sets that we haven't seen a lot of this season. Rogers on the drive. His little floater won't go. Didn't have his legs under him on that one. Good close-in shot, though. Here comes Billingsley. Shot over Taylor's no good. They get an offensive rebound. There's going to be a foul on Willits, I think, as he came down with it. It's the first offensive rebound, I think, that Earlsboro has gotten. That's 2 on Jackson. We've got to kind of be careful with that. And at the line will be Ryan Long, who has 2 points so far. First time to the line. And his free throw short. Yeah, we don't want Jackson picking up his third here in the second period for sure. And he's having to defend a person who likes to drive to the basket. So missed them both. Taylor with a rebound once again. Rogers gets a screen from what they call a moving screen on him the other night. That very same play. They get it down to Lewis. Going around his man, little baby hook shot, no good. And here come the Wildcats quickly. In the corner they go, along the baseline. Swing it around the perimeter. Mustangs did a good job slowing down that break as they had it down there close to the basket. Unable to get a shot off. Billingsley in the paint. Stepped around, that's a travel. You know, you'd be pretty hard to stop if they'd allow that move. Good defense once again. Lena's going to check in, replacing James Smith. So Lena spent 2 or 3 minutes on the bench, and he's back out there with those 2 fouls. Halfway through the second period. Taylor had an opening from off a screen, but decided to pass it instead. Willits. Rogers all alone. Left wing 3, too hard. Having trouble getting it dialed in. Long pass up ahead quickly. Shot over Rogers, no good. Taylor with a rebound. Fumbled on the floor, and there's going to be a tie-up, I think. And it will be Earlsboro's basketball. Well, it looked like we had the rebound, and we just kind of couldn't get a hold of it. Inbound quickly to Deere. Back to Lena. Now Willits on him. And they'll reset the offense. Lena out front. McGehee dribbling out front. Drive in the middle of the paint. Shot over Taylor, no good. Another offensive rebound, put back by Longs, no good. Tapped up. Another offensive board. Collins dug it out of there, but it's off of Collins, they say. Boy, that's this possession. Mustangs have been doing a good job on the boards, but the last 2 trips, the board work has kind of gone away. And Lewis is going to be replaced by Nunn.
Well, the good thing out of this is if we get out of it without a score.
Yeah, let's hope. They've had numerous opportunities here this trip. There's McGehee. There's Lena. They called him for traveling. He caught it and took a step. I think maybe McGehee had done that right before that. It's a turnover, so we didn't give up any points as you hoped for, Blake. 3:06 to play in the half. Boy, no one scored in 2 or 3 minutes here. Mustangs led it 14-13. Earlsboro's yet to score here in the second period. They picked up their defensive intensity, I'll say. Mustangs have had some pretty good looks, but they kind of gotten cold here midway through the period. Willits now way out front. To Collins off a curl. Bounce pass to Willits underneath the basket. Over to Taylor. Layup is good. Little drama on that layup. Went around the rim about twice. 9-point lead for the Mustangs. Boy, beautiful ball movement by the Mustangs. Pays off in an easy 2, and there's a pass out of bounds. Turned over to the Mustangs with 2:16 to play in the half. Mustangs on a little momentum here. And now Collins will run the point. Hurry up and get it over the line. We don't want to get a 10-second violation here. Bounce pass over to Willits, right side. Goes around McGehee, and he's going to be fouled. Great work by Jackson to be able to get past the defender and pick up the foul. That's McGeehee's first and the third team foul. And Willits, who is 2 for 4 at the line so far, will have 2 shots. Ten-point lead for the Mustangs. That's 11 in the half for Jackson so far, with 2 minutes to play. Evans swishes cleanly through.
Don?
Yes.
You know, this is the boys' game, and I don't want to take away.
You're not going to jinx us or anything.
No, I don't want to take away from the boys at all, but Coach Rogers sitting down here in the student section cheering with the students.
Good for her. They really like her. Long three-pointer on the way, short. In the corner, Rogers tracks down the rebound. Shake and bake move, gets it over to Taylor, drives.
I'd like to see Cray hit something right here.
Well, he's going around his man, no problem. Met at the rim, layup good. Beautiful move by Rogers. That's his first basket. And it's a 13-point margin for the Mustangs with 1:25 to play in the half.
Cray, if you watch this later, you're welcome.
Oh, that's travel. Well, they say we tipped it out of his hands, I guess.
I don't know if he ever actually
Then lost it, but he came down with it. There's a drive. Layup is good by Danny Billingsley as he went through the traffic. That's the first basket of the quarter.
1 out of 10 this quarter, Don.
For the Wildcats. Trims the lead to 11, 26-15. Brody Devon checked in. He has the ball. 50 seconds to play in the half. Like to see, in my opinion, just hold the ball for the last one and make the last shot and jog into the locker room. 35 seconds to play. I'm not sure they're in a delay, but they're certainly in no hurry to score. 28 seconds to play. Rogers kind of looking like his old self out here, handling the ball, putting some fancy moves on. Now he has it with 18 seconds. Boy, they come out and just bump him. Really no harm down there because it's only the 4th team foul. They can afford to be real aggressive.
Well, that's about all you can do because you can't guard him.
Try to get a turnover by doing that. That's his first personal. And Devon will be replaced by Willits for this last offensive set. 17 seconds. And the Mustangs going to spread the floor and let Rogers try to create something here, I think. 10 seconds. Goes around his defender in the paint. And lost handle of the ball. 4 seconds. 5 up ahead quickly. And there's going to be a foul on Nunn with 2.4. It's probably a pretty good foul because now they're going to have to take it out instead of having a chance for a layup. And Devon's going to come in and replace Willits, I'm sure. 2.4. And Earlsboro inbounded. Quickly out front. Shot over Taylor. Three-pointer's no good at the buzzer. Your halftime score, Fort Cobb Broxton Mustangs 26, Earlsboro 15. As the Mustangs outscored them 12-2 that period. And we'll turn it over to Blake Perryman for the halftime report. Blake?
Well, the second quarter looks completely different from the first quarter. You know, there after the first frame, it was pretty even on both sides. Second quarter alone, the Mustangs 4 for 8 from the field, 1 for 3 from behind the arc, 3 for 4 at the line. Earlsboro 1 for 11 from the field, 0 for 4 from 3, 0 for 2 from the free throw line. 5 turnovers just in that quarter for Earlsboro. Over the course of the game, both teams taking 23 shots. Earlsboro has made 6, Mustangs 10. So 26% for the Wildcats, 44 for the Mustangs. Wildcats 20% from 3, 2 out of 10. Mustangs 29%, 2 out of 7. Earlsboro 1 for 4 from the free throw line. Mustangs 4 for 6. 8 turnovers for the Wildcats, 3 for the Mustangs. Scoring for the Mustangs, Jackson Willits leads everyone with 12. Blake Nunn has 5 so far, Ian Taylor 4, Simeon Collins 3, and Cray Rogers 2. All 5 starters for the Mustangs have scored. And Ian Taylor has 4 points, 9 rebounds.
Yeah, he's been a hand on the boards today, I'll tell you.
He has. And I'm sure you might want to talk a little bit about other teams that are playing around. I don't know.
Yeah, Ken, if you want. You got some scores?
We'll go for the Class B boys first. The other area consolation games going on around the state. Buffalo Valley, I believe number 14 against Pittsburgh, number 3 in Class B. Pittsburgh's up 17-16 at halftime, and that one Leedy, unranked Leedy, mind you, playing number 10 Goodwell in Area 1. Leedy leads that one 14-8 halfway through the second quarter, and then the number 1 team in the state playing in the consolation game, the Roth Tigers, up 16-5. Now, do you say Alex or Ellick?
Ellick is proper, I think.
Okay. So Roth up on the Longhorns 16-5 in the second quarter. And while we're at it, while we're going through those, just want to give you a little bit of an update. Now, I'm basing this purely off of how OSSA has done it before, so I'm sure they'll follow the same thing that they normally do. Mountain View is going to be the 1 seed in the Class B boys tournament. Glencoe will be 2, Duke 3, and Stringtown 4. So there's your top 4 seeds. The Mustangs have 3 different options if they win tonight. They can either be number 5, number 6, or number 8. And that sounds kind of odd. Like, why can't they be number 7? Well, it's because Glencoe is number 2. 7 will play 2, so you can't play the same team you did in area. The Mustangs, if Roth loses tonight, the Mustangs will be number 5 and play Stringtown. If Roth wins and Pittsburgh loses, Mustangs will be number 6 and play Duke. If Roth and Pittsburgh both win, the Mustangs will be number 8 and play the Mountain View Go-To-Bo Tigers in round 1 of the state tournament. And once again, that's saying if the Mustangs win tonight. Right now, it's looking pretty favorable. I hope we can extend this lead out a little bit. Look forward to the second half. I'll turn it back over to you.
All right, thanks, Blake. Yeah, all that, they'll, first of all, I guess we got to take care of our business here tonight, but they'll draw all that up tomorrow. So hopefully around lunchtime or so, they'll have the official pairings out. And it'll start Thursday, as per normal. They'll play Thursday, Friday, Saturday. They had originally scheduled it for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, but so everybody could play in the big house. But the weather forced some postponements of the area tournament, obviously, so they don't have enough time in the week to play all of it at the fairgrounds. So as I understood it from the Daily Oklahoman I read last week, that they're going to play in the fairgrounds, at Mustang High School, and at Washington High School. That's what I read in the paper. So unless something changes, that's where the state tournament will be held on Thursday, and then I guess everybody will probably move into the fairgrounds on Friday. So nevertheless, the Mustangs have a 11-point lead here at the half. A lot of basketball left. It's kind of concerning, you know, if you're a worrisome guy like I am when you're at the half of a ball game and you've got the lead on somebody. Earlsboro hasn't shot it very well at all, and we didn't really just, you know, I mean, we built a pretty good lead, but 11 is certainly not a real comfortable lead, and so you've just got to keep playing defense and hope that the Mustangs can keep scoring and spread this lead out and advance to their 10th straight state tournament. We're going to take a break at this time. We'll be back in about 2.5 minutes for the second half action. You're listening to the Mustangs Basketball Network.
Fiber internet to Fort Cobb. Having fast internet is a must-have, whether you're working or learning from home. That's why we are building a fiber network in your community. We have wireless internet solutions too, available at Fort Cobb Lake, Crow's Roost, Alfalfa, and more. You can count on us for a fast, reliable connection to the world. We're proud to be a local provider that's part of your community. Get connected to Carnegie Fiber today.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
like the pros with Squirtle Live. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back, always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Welcome back to Stroud, Oklahoma. Halftime of the consolation finals here. The Fort Cobb Broxton Mustangs lead at 26-15. You know, Stroud's got a wonderful facility here to play basketball in. The only problem with it is it's 140 miles from my house. You know?
It's a little bit of a drive, you know?
Just a little, especially for a guy and for people who have to go to work at early in the morning and go to school early in the morning and all that stuff. But we're happy to be here. I'm going to tell you, it's been a lot of fun. Blake, I don't know, we'll probably have time when the game's over, but I've enjoyed broadcasting with you all season. Now, this will be our last game this year because when they go to the state tournament, OSAA has their own announcers to do those games, and so, but we appreciate all the sponsors that we've had to put us on the air the last season, this season as well, and I've really enjoyed it, Blake. You've done a good job, and I've really enjoyed calling the games with you.
Well, I appreciate that, Don. You know, I remember ever since I could understand a little bit of what was going on, I'd listen to county tournaments, stuff like that, and always enjoyed listening to you, and you're a big reason I'm sitting here. So.
Well, I appreciate it. You're doing well. Got a good future. It'll be the Mustangs basketball to start the third period, going left to right. Willett's now out front over to Nunn. See what the Mustangs talked about at the half, perhaps offensively. Collins, long three-pointer off the heel of the basket. And the rebound comes off to the Wildcats. Lena out front. Kicks it left side. There's a drive to Smith, and he picks up his dribble. And there's going to be, should be a jump ball. It is. Good defense. They got a hand on the ball. He was able to finish the shot, but there was a big hesitation there. And it'll be Earlsboro ball with alternating possessions. Lena inbounds way out front. Now he'll drive in the paint. Shot over Will. It's good. Quentin Lena kind of hold your breath there as Jackson was defending him, so he didn't pick up that third foul, but Jackson did a good job not fouling. But it's a 9-point ball game. Mustangs have led by as many as 13. And Earlsboro on a little 4-0 run here. There's Willits on a curl, a little 14-foot jumper, good. Jackson Willits starts off as he did in the first half with a good little jumper in the paint, and it's back to an 11-point lead. There's a jumper right of the lane, and it hit the rim and bounced in. I'm not sure, was that Deere again or?
No, I think it was Bill Ingsley.
I can't read the numbers. They're so
well, it's
faint.
hard to tell, isn't it?
Taylor lets it go through his hands, and we got a break there as Earlsboro stepped on the sideline trying to save it. Earlsboro's crowd's kind of getting into it a little bit. They've kind of got a little momentum here. Rogers, right of the lane, no good. Battle for the rebound. It's going to be tied up, and that'll be Fort Cobb's ball this time. Fort Cobb hadn't shot it too well, Blake, since the opening 5 minutes of the contest. Kind of cooled off a little bit. And the ball is batted out of bounds on good defense by Ryan Long. Seems like their defense has really picked up. They're just holding us everywhere. Taylor has it. Goes around his defender, and his shot's blocked out of bounds by Long. We kind of got a break there as they had Taylor just surrounded, and he had no one to pass to, really. And so we kind of got a break there. Mustangs got to maintain their intensity here. Willits along the baseline, over to Nunn. Collins just inside the three-point arc. His shot's no good. Lena with a rebound. He almost tied up by Collins, but they get it away from him. And Earlsboro has a chance to chip into this lead. Lena going against Willits. Bumps it off the glass for two.
It's about all you can do on defense there if you're Willits with 2 fouls.
He's a powerful young man, and once he gets going, you just really can't hardly stop that. Just hope he misses a shot. And it's a 7-point ball game, what once was a 13. Collins gets his man off the air, a little inside the three-point arc's no good. And nobody can buy a shot here all of a sudden. 5:20 to play in the third. Ball loose on the floor, picked up by Nunn. They turned it over finally. Quickly into the front court. Nunn sees an opening, kicks it in the corner to Willits, and an offensive foul. That was a flopper if I've ever seen one. I mean, that was totally out of the play. Devon had just about stopped his momentum, and the guy just fell to the floor. The referee saw it out of the corner of his eye, and it's second foul on Nunn. There's Lena. Kicks it right side. Behind the back dribble. Earlsboro drawing. Lena's three-pointer no good and goes out of bounds. Air ball. Coach Hines is wondering where the moving screen is on them. Official not paying much attention.
Well, he's wearing that same official out, you know.
Yeah. Mustangs need to find a basket here. Willits opened it up early. There's Rogers' three-pointer. It's no good. They've not shot it well at all here in the third period. And we're going to have a foul on Taylor. No, did he call it on Nunn? Ian Taylor. That's the second team foul on the Mustangs and the first on Taylor. I tell you, Mustangs, they've passed down to, boy, he just muscles his way by Willits, and Willits picks up his third. I don't know what you can do, and they just bull their way in there like that.
And Coach Hines down there pointing on our end saying, call it here, call it on our end too.
Lena with the and one. No, he didn't make it, did he? He'll be shooting 2 free throws, and the first one's good. He is 2 out of 3 so far, and it's a 6-point ball game. He made them both. 28, 23. 4:14 to play in the third. They've outscored the Mustangs 8-2 so far here in the third period. So far, the Mustangs haven't shot it very well from deep. They did in the first half pretty well, but boy, the second half, not at all. Willits gets by his defender, and they knock it away. Trent Deere with good defensive recovery. And Lena. Now, Jackson's got to be really careful with those 3 fouls. There's a three-pointer, no good. Nunn with the rebound. Long pass up ahead to Willits. Gets by his defender. Layup is no good. Wasn't really a layup. He was kind of 4 or 5 feet away from the basket. And it bounded off the backboard, no good.
I think he did that. I think he did that to keep himself from getting a charge.
Probably so. Deere with it, left side. Trying to set up Rogers. Bumps his way into the lane. Spin move. Left-hander off the glass. Good. Trent Deere, that's 6 for him, and it's a 3-point ball game. Timeout, Mustangs. It'll be a full timeout. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Versatile Networks can handle all of your school or business technology and wiring needs. Expanding into a new building or office space? We would love to give you a free quote for your network wiring. Are your computers outdated? Are your servers slow? Is your network underperforming? Is your wireless network weak? Let Versatile Networks come in and assess the situation and get you back up and running the way you should be. Call Versatile Networks today at 405-217-0267 or visit versatilenetworks.com for more information.
3:08 to play in the third. This game has kind of turned into a white knuckler all of a sudden. Mustangs had a 13-point lead briefly there in the second period, and it's dwindled away down to 3 as Earlsboro has outscored them 10-2 here in the third period. None, and there's going to be a foul on the drive. They're going to give it to Quentin Lena, and that's his third personal. And that will be the first team foul this half for Earlsboro. Bounce pass to Collins, fumbled it, gets it to Rogers. Shot over Lena, no good. Rogers having all kinds of trouble. He normally makes all those. Missed the shot and then fouled, and that will be his second personal. Just can't buy a basket. That one there looked like it was going to be making that one almost blindfolded, but the Mustangs having all kinds of luck, bad luck here scoring-wise. That's a travel. That'll be turned over to the Mustangs. Need to try to capitalize on some of these mistakes. A precarious 3-point lead here. Boy, they're just riding Willits all over the floor, trying to keep the ball away from him. They are playing physical. That's one thing Earlsboro has done since midway through the first period. They have really ratcheted up their defensive intensity all over the floor. They really bump you. 15-footer by Willits is good. There you go, Jackson. He's made all 4 of them here in the second half. Back to a 5-point lead, 2 minutes to play in the third. That was a tough shot there. He had a lot of contact.
That's exactly right.
Got to keep defending and rebounding. We rebounded really good early, and there's a drive by Lena. Good shot blocked by Ian Taylor. Rogers weaves through traffic. None. Baseline 3 is no good. Those are some momentum shots you could really get, you know, when you get a turnover and a transition, build up that lead a little bit. Willis poked it away with those quick hands. He is a All-American baseball player. He had swiped that one. Collins rebounds a miss. Willis was ahead of the pack. Taylor off the glass too hard. Once again, he was just kind of a little away from the basket and didn't finish it. That's 2 opportunities in a row the Mustangs have had to extend this lead and unable to do so with a minute to play in the third. Lena now with Willits on him. Both those players have 3 fouls. Ball poked away, picked up. Oh, there's good. He had it on his hip. Oh, what a shot. Billingsley had it stuck on his hip, was able to control it. Spun around and laid it in. It's a 3-point ball game with 36 seconds to play. Third period. Mustangs led by 11 at the half. Been trimmed to 3. Rogers gets by the defender, off to Collins now. They come out to pressure him. Boy, I tell you,
a lot of contact.
They just go out there and body you up, and you know it's almost like an NCAA ball game out here. 10 seconds to play. Willits all the way around the corner, off the glass. Good. They called he called a charge. Oh my goodness! What a turn of events there. That'll be the third foul on Jackson, and he's going to be replaced by Devon with 6 seconds to play. Boy, it's a great move by Jackson. And they hit the floor once again and get the charge called. Long 3-pointer at the buzzer, no good. After 3 quarters of play, Fort Cobb Broxton lead it 30-27 over Earlsboro. You're listening to Mustangs Basketball Network.
Allegiant Marketing Group produces inbound lead generation for our clients through integrated traditional and digital campaigns. We continuously develop new strategies, tactics, and productive efficiencies so you can reach your target market and get a measurable return on investment. This fast-paced world demands for your products and services to be presented at the moment your buyers need them. Targeted and innovative marketing creates your success. Call AMG today, your marketing partner.
I made a terrible mistake there before the break. That's Jackson's 4th foul, not 3rd. You got the shooting numbers for us, Blake, after 3 quarters?
After 3, Earlsboro 33% from the field, 33.3 to be exact. Mustangs 34.3. 3rd quarter, the difference, Earlsboro 50% from the field, 5 out of 10. Mustangs 17%, 2 out of 12.
Didn't shoot it very good that period, but they improved a little bit there at the late. The lead has been trimmed to 3, and it'll be Earlsboro basketball as we start the 4th period of play. And what are we going to do here? Technical foul is being charged to, we had 6 players on the field court. Well, that's unfortunate. And the technical foul has been assessed as the Mustangs had 6 players. Rarely see that. And I've always kind of wondered why the referees let them start when they know that, when they don't count them. Anyway, it's not their fault. And Lena's free throw is no good. And he'll have one more. That will be charged as a team foul to Fort Cobb, which gives them 6. And you missed them both. So now it will be Earlsboro basketball. We didn't lose a possession, thankfully.
But now they're in the bonus.
But they are, well, it just shows 6 on the board. So
well, they'll be in the bonus next foul,
next
I
time,
guess.
you're right. Yeah, that's correct. Good point. Lena have it, top of the key. Now we got Rogers guarding him. Nunn pokes it away, trying to pick it up, and he's mugged at the half line. And what are they going to call? They're probably going to call a foul on James Smith.
Well, it's about time.
Well, it looked like a football scrum there for a minute. Good play by Nunn to take the ball away. Willits was replaced by Aiden Lewis there after the quarter break, after Willits picked up his 4th personal. So we're going to have to play without Jackson for a while, and he's been our main offensive threat tonight. Matter of fact, the biggest by far. Collins through the lane over to Taylor, a little 6-footer, no good. And Earlsboro with a rebound.
Boy, they haven't even put that foul up on the board yet.
Long 3-pointer, and we're tied up. Tied at 30, Billingsley. That's 9 for him. We're tied at 30. They come all the way back, and there's going to be a bump and a foul as Rogers penetrating. That will be the 3rd foul on Trent Deere. And a 3rd team foul. Mustangs to inbound. That 13-point lead has gone to nothing. Somebody needs to step up and make a shot here. Rogers, left wing 3, good! There you go, Cray.
I think you spoke that one into existence.
Well, we needed it. 3-point lead for the Mustangs again. 6:53 to play. Huge basket there by Rogers. Put us back on the high side. 3-pointer on the way by Billingsley again. This air balls. That might have been a heat check there. And he made one a moment ago, and he thought he'd try it again. And the Mustangs now with the basketball and 3-point lead. 6:40 to play. Collins into the front court. Down to Lewis. Trying to bide some time here until we can get Willits back on the floor. 6:22 to play. Devon gets it to Lewis way out front. They are really pressuring us out front. Got to be real careful with the ball. Devon, or that's Nunn. Shot in the paint, no good. Aiden Lewis with a nice rebound. Outlet to Taylor.
Well, there was a lot of contact on that shot, too.
Good offensive possession, or good offensive rebound with the Mustangs. They needed it. Rogers, another 3-pointer. This one's no good. Lena with the rebound. Fumbled it out of bounds. Turnover to the Mustangs with 5:54 to play. Every possession so critical. Got to be so careful with the ball because they really put a lot of pressure on you. He's about to step on the center line. There's Nunn, gets away from his defender. Collins, right side Taylor. Down low to Lewis. Going to work on his man underneath the basket, fumbled it, got it back, shot it good. Aiden Lewis and one. That's the way to stay with it, Aiden. He would not be denied that time. And it's a 5-point lead for the Mustangs. And he'll have a chance to make it 6.
Hey, Don.
Yes.
Their coach is down here arguing. Well, Lewis is pushing off. Sure he was. Your guy's just a little bit smaller than he is.
With 3-point play, Lewis puts the Mustangs up by 6, 36-30. 5.5 to play. There's a strong move to the hoop by Deere, and he just rammed his way in there and going to pick up a foul. I tell you, that's it's kind of hard to defend that
when they run in with the full head of steam.
When they just duck their shoulder and go drive in there. Foul on Lewis, and I'm afraid we're going to see a bunch more of that before the game's over. 7th team foul on the Mustangs, and Trent Deere, first time at the line for him, is shooting 2, and he missed it. He'll have one more. He's got 6 points on the night. Got to be ready to box out here, and he can the second. 5-point lead now. Into the front court comes Rogers. Over to Nunn. Gets by the defender to Taylor. Picks up his dribble to Nunn. Lino on him. Goes around him. Kicks it out front to Rogers. In the corner, Taylor. All alone, 3-pointer. Good! Ian Taylor with a long 3-pointer. And it's an 8-point margin. That's 7 for Taylor. There he goes in. Left-handed shots, no good. And Lewis with the rebound. He just forcing his way in here and flinging him at the goal. And the Mustangs come away with it. Rogers in the corner to Nunn. Trying to go around Lena. See if they can do some more damage here. Nunn shot over Lena. Good! Blake Nunn. Timeout Wildcats as the Mustangs have surged back to an 11-point margin. 42-31. Off 3-pointers by Nunn and Taylor on the last couple of possessions. We'll take a 30-second timeout. We'll be back after this.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Ouachita Valley Bank, locally owned and operated since 1902, proudly serving the Fort Cobb area with knowledgeable and friendly professionals that actually care about your financial well-being. Online banking, loans, certificate of deposit, safe deposit boxes, 24-hour telephone banking, and an ATM. For service you can trust, Ouachita Valley Bank, 405-643-2305. Member FDIC.
4:35 to play in the ball game. Mustangs lead at 42-31. Blake, you know how much of a run we're on here? I know we've made 2 3-pointers in a row, I think. Maybe, well, we had a 3-point play. I think we were on a 9-0 run, I believe.
9-0. Well, let's see. No, it'd be 6-0.
6-0 run?
6-0.
Okay. All right.
We hit the 3-point play, and then they hit a free throw.
Okay.
So
11-point lead for the Mustangs. What it was at the half.
9-1 run, I guess.
We're glad for it, whatever it was. There's a shot by Billingsley, no good, and we're going to have a foul on Lewis. And I think they say he fouled Ryan Long on the rebound, and that'll be Lewis's second personal, 8th team foul, and Ryan Long will be shooting 1 and 1. He is 0 for 2 at the line so far. Has 2 points. It's getting down to the stage of the ball game now with, late. You can kind of start working on that clock if you can have a double-digit lead. Free throw's no good. Taylor with a rebound, and Rogers into the front court. Coach Hines is imploring him to move the ball. Got to take good shots and maintain possession of it. Don't turn it over. There's Taylor. Well, when he holds that ball out in front of his hand, the face, it kind of scares me a little bit. Afraid they might swap it away. Rogers now handling, under 4 minutes to play. Dribbling out front, over to Nunn. Back to Taylor. Mustangs being very patient. I would say this, they're pretty much in a delay game. Taylor, three-pointer left wing. Good, Ian Taylor! Drained the long three. It's 10 for Ian, and it's a 14-point ball game. Huge play. They ran off about a minute and scored a three-pointer. Couldn't ask for more than that. Now Lena. Off to Deere. Crossover. Collins. Rogers batted it away, but it goes right to Lena. He goes in the paint and throws one in. Unbelievable.
Can't do much about that one.
How did that go in? 12-point lead, and a timeout is taken by the Wildcats. We'll do the same. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Proud supporters of Fort Cobb Mustangs. The name of the store is T-Birds. Come see Connie for our daily lunch specials. Good. We offer cold drinks, hot food, and a clean environment. Also, $1 Fountain Pop Wednesdays. See you soon. We are your premier best in state driving school, located in Southwest Oklahoma at Fort Cobb Public School. We can provide all the services related to driving in the state of Oklahoma, such as driver's education, in-house testing capabilities, permits, and drive testings for a license. The only thing that you will be required from DPS is your eye exam. We have certified instructors that use our cars to teach your students how to be the best drivers from the beginning. Come see us today for all your driving needs.
We're bringing fiber internet to Fort Cobb. Having fast internet is a must-have, whether you're working or learning from home. That's why we are building a fiber network in your community. We have wireless internet solutions too, available at Fort Cobb Lake, Crow's Roost, Alfalfa, and more. You can count on us for a fast, reliable...
Maybe we did, I don't remember. 3:18 to play, 45-33. Full court pressure now to backcourt by Earlsboro. We've got to take care of the ball, and there's going to be a foul immediately on Trent Deere. We're going to have to shoot free throws well because they're going to come out and try to force the ball away from us. That's the second personal on, well, they haven't put it up there yet. 3:14 to play. That's the fifth team foul. So a couple more of those before the Mustangs will be in a bonus. Rogers really playing well today. You wouldn't know he had an injured knee. He hadn't limped much tonight. He's played pretty solid. 3 minutes to play. Playing keep away out front. And there's going to be a foul on number 12, James Smith. That will be the sixth team foul. And so one more of those, and the Mustangs will be shooting free throws. That's the second foul on Smith. McGehee will check in, replacing Lena. They don't want him to pick up another foul. They're kind of in a desperation foul mode here, and get some of these other guys to pick up the fouls. They lob it into Taylor on the inbound. Layup is good. Beautiful play by the Mustangs. They caught them all bunched up there, and Taylor got around behind them and a nice pass and laid it in. It's a 14-point lead. 2:44 to play. Just got to play solid here. Don't really need to gamble on stealing it. And a shot's no good, but he's going to go to the line to shoot two. At the line will be James Smith, who
I believe that's 4 on none. Might be 3. I don't know for sure.
They've got 3 on the board.
Yeah. I think I gave him one more.
Okay. Smith has not scored, and it's his first time at the line for him. And it's no good.
I promise I didn't mean to give him that extra foul.
Okay. One more attempt here for Smith. Free throw on the way, too hard. And they're going to go over. Oh, be careful. As Long went right over the top of Nunn. Nunn didn't mean anything by it. The guy, he was just blocking out, and the guy went over his back. It was kind of scary. I was afraid he was going to land on his head, but Nunn held him up. And Nunn said, I've got nothing going here. I'm trying to keep you from getting hurt. So we walk to the other end, and Blake Nunn will be shooting one in the bonus with 2:37 to play. Blake's a good foul shooter. Crunch time, we need to make these. First free throw's good. Good job, Blake. Blake's had a good night tonight. He's got 2 trays. Big one right there in that run that we had to extend our lead. He's got 9 points so far. It's a 15-point lead for the Mustangs with 2:37 to play. And he made them both. Good foul shooting by the Mustangs today. And it's a 16-point lead, 2:36 to play.
Don Nunn's in double figures. He has 10 points.
He's played a good ball game, both ends of the floor. They all have. You know, you got to be proud of all of them. They gutted it out tonight when the back's against the wall. And this game, they tied it up. You know, we had a comfortable lead. There's a jump. They're going to call a foul, I think. Looked like it might have been a jump ball, but one called a foul on Taylor. And that will send them the line to shoot 2. Second on Taylor. And Quentin Lena will be shooting 2. He's 2 out of 5 so far. I missed that one. And on the other hand, I said the Mustangs have shot free throws well. On the other hand, Earlsboro has really not. They have not shot free throws particularly well. I can tell you how many they've made and missed just in a minute.
I believe they're 4 for 12 right now.
You're right, they are 4. Yeah, 4 out of 13. So that's a big difference in the ball game right there. Taylor at the half line, quickly into the front court. He'll dribble it out, away from traffic.
Smart decision.
Absolutely. Now it's basically just keep away, hot potato, keep the ball moving. They're in their 4 corners offense right now with under 2 minutes to play. Mustang fans can smell it now. There's a foul on number 12. That'll be James Smith. And Cray Rogers will go to the line to shoot 1 in the bonus. As Blake, it appears the Mustangs are going to advance to the 10th straight state tournament, if barring a miracle here. It's a great feeling as Coach Terry is going to put in some substitutions for the Earlsboro Wildcats. Checking in will be number 20, Braxton Hinesley. Number 5 is Gavin Hines. Let's see, who else? Number 15 is Riley Baker. Let's see, who'd I miss? And also in McGehee and James Smith on the floor. Rogers' free throw is good. That gives Cray 6 points on the night. And the last sub to come in will be number 1, Christian Howarth. And he's going to replace McGehee for the Wildcats. You know, this game never really felt comfortable until midway point of the 4th period, Blake. You know it?
Well, you know, until we went on a little bit of a run that I would say is still going.
Wasn't the game tied at 31?
No, I believe it was tied at 30, I believe.
Okay, so that means it's been a 21-3 run here to close out the game. That's remarkable because I was getting kind of nervous. We're going to have substitution, and Coach Hines is going to replace his starting 5 as they get a nice ovation. Great job, fellas. On the way to the big house for the 10th straight year. What a run. Checking in for the Mustangs will be Brody Devon, Lance Anderson, Rylan Bitsidi, Tanner McAdoo, and Samuel Lancaster. So the 3 seniors on the team, Samuel Lancaster, Lance Anderson, and Rylan Bitsidi, all getting action here in the area tournament to send us to the state tournament. Lancaster with it. He drained a long 3-pointer last night. Ball tapped in the backcourt. And a layup is no good by Earlsboro. The putback is good by number 1, I believe. That's Christian Howarth. With 1:12 to play. 51-35 our score. The Mustangs have really rallied here in the 4th period. McAdoo to Anderson. Left wing 3. High arcing shot, no good. McAdoo with the rebound. Out front to Bitsidi. Less than a minute to play. McAdoo makes a move. 15-foot jumper from the free throw line. Rattled out. Brody Devon. Putback's no good. Got it back. Trying to muscle it up. He is surrounded. And they're going to say it's a jump ball, and it'll stay with Fort Cobb with 42 seconds to play. The long drive home is going to be pretty short tonight, Blake. I'm tickled pink, aren't you?
I hope we stop, Don. I'm hungry.
I think they deserve to stop somewhere. There's a lob into Lancaster. Alley-oop, no good. And it's turned over to the Wildcats.
Might as well try it,
Yeah,
right?
I think they need to treat you guys to a chocolate malt tonight on the way home. McAdoo has it. The backcourt up ahead to Bitsidi. 20 seconds to play. You know, when you win this game right here to advance to the state tournament, it's just great relief. I can tell you, there's a layup by the Wildcats, and that will probably close out the scoring. 4 seconds, 3 seconds it will. And the Mustangs, Fort Cobb Broxton, have advanced to their 10th straight state tournament appearance as they defeated the Earlsboro Wildcats 51-37 in a great ball game today by the Mustangs. It was interesting, boy. They'd stretched it out, had an 11-point lead at the half, and Wildcats came back in the third period and was able to tie it. They never did take the lead, but they tied it. And once they did that, the Mustangs got hot and ran off and left them and defeated them 51-37 going away. So outstanding effort tonight by the Mustangs. Congratulations to them. Congratulations to the Earlsboro Wildcats on a fine season, making it all the way one step away from the state tournament. And now we'll have the trophy presentation as the superintendent of schools of Stroud High School will present the consolation championship trophy to the Fort Cobb Broxton Mustangs. And they will accept the plaque. And that will be their ticket to go to the state tournament, Blake. Fantastic. Congratulations, Coach, and all the Mustangs. We'll turn it over to Blake for a post-game wrap-up.
Well, Don, the dynasty continues.
Absolutely.
That's how I'm going to start it. You don't see many schools, particularly small schools, you know, have a run of dominance quite like we've had. And you know, sometimes we can take that for granted because
people get
there's
spoiled,
seasons that, you know, we maybe don't make the state tournament. And it's been a while since we haven't been there, but if we're not there, we're thinking, well, you know, what's wrong? Something's got to change here. You know, so it's quite special what we have here, the tradition. And there's a reason they call us Title Town.
Yep.
And all of the banners and trophies and pictures in the front of the gym and in the high school pretty much sum it up for you, you know. So as far as that goes, it definitely for me, this is my last year here. Of course I'm going to come back, but as a student last year, it's certainly good to go see the big house one more time.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And I know it's going to be fun for those guys. Final shooting numbers for the Mustangs. They didn't have as good a game tonight as they did last night. That's the bad part. 38% from the field, 38% also from three, 6 for 16 from behind the arc, 8 for 47 from the field, 9 for 11 from the free throw line. So still shooting free throws at a really good rate.
Oh, absolutely.
9 turnovers tonight for the Mustangs. Earlsboro finishes 15 for 43 from the field, 33 for 17 from three, so 35% from the field and 18% from three, 4 for 15 from the free throw line.
Yeah.
12 turnovers for the Wildcats. Scoring for the Mustangs, once again, Jackson Willits leads the way. Ian Taylor also in double figures with 12, 11 boards, so double-double for Ian. Blake Nunn, 10 points tonight. Cray Rogers, 7 points, and Simeon Collins and Aiden Lewis both with 3. And then for Earlsboro, Lena led the way for them. He had 12 tonight. Deere behind him had 7. Bill Ingsley, 9. McGehee, 3. And then Hinesley, Long, and Howarth, all with 2 for the Wildcats. Don, you know, it really, I hate that we don't get to call the games this weekend, but it's also going to be fun to watch it as a fan. You know, I'll get to cheer a little bit louder and you know, hype up the guys a little bit more because I don't want to blow people's eardrums on here, but I certainly want to thank Mr. Biddy and everyone at Fort Cobb allowing me to do this. Certainly want to thank you for allowing me to sit beside you. I know you've done a lot of games with Kim, and he probably would have been better than me, but, you know, certainly special because I sit back and talk with my family, and they say, well, ever since you could walk, talk, see, you watched Fort Cobb basketball, and once I got to a certain age, I would call the games a little bit. So sort of a dream come true a little bit.
Great.
So
Good deal.
Want to thank everyone that's allowed me to be on here. Want to thank all our sponsors for allowing us to put this on. Certainly couldn't do it without them. And whenever we get in games like this, we're playing 2.5 hours away. It's a good thing to have.
Oh, absolutely.
So.
Absolutely. All right, Blake, well said. We appreciate, like I say, at halftime, I've enjoyed working with you for the last 2 years, and you've done a great job, and I think you've got a great future ahead of you, and I appreciate you being with us all year with your great statistical work and all your engineering. You know, this stuff's not easy to set up, and especially in short amount of times between games sometimes, like here at the playoffs, and you guys have done a great job. I know it's been a privilege for me to be able to do this job. I'm kind of like you. I started doing this when I was a young kid, and just dreaming about doing it someday, and certainly being able to have the opportunity, it's a privilege, and I appreciate the opportunity. Couldn't have a better place to do it. The Mustangs, it's much more fun to call these games when they win. You know,
right.
Anybody would tell you that, and the Mustangs do a lot of that, so it's been a great experience for me as well, and hopefully we continue it in the future. John Bellamy's done a great job on the camera all season, and Caden Baker operating the commercial and the laptop, and appreciate those guys' hard work and here every game. They don't ever miss any, and they're always on time and do a great job. And like Blake said, we'd like to thank our sponsors again, the Southwest Oklahoma Driving School, Carnegie Fiber, Keystone Foods, Ouachita Valley Bank, T-Birds Convenience Store, Shelley Dissey, and ABC Superior Realty. They've been with us all year and last year as well, and we certainly appreciate those guys. Want to congratulate Coach Scott Hines and the Mustangs again. Coach has got 678 wins now on his career, and
he's got a chance for 3 more.
He can do it. Mustangs advance to their 10th straight state tournament as they have defeated Earlsboro 51-37. Blake, you got some scores from other areas you want to give?
I do. We're the only one that's finished so far. Boy, we like finishing fast, don't we?
Yeah, that's right.
Roth is going to win their game. They're up 45-20 in the 4th quarter there, so Roth's going to be the 5 seed more than likely. They'll play Stringtown in the first round. Don't hold me to this, folks.
Yeah, tomorrow it'll come out. You might as well
you'll know for sure tomorrow. But
we'll put it on the sign downtown, and you'll see where we play.
Leading Goodwell 39-30 late in the 4th there. Buffalo Valley up 7 on Pittsburgh. So there's your scores.
All right. Thanks so very much. All right.
We'll see you Thursday.
We've got a 2-hour drive home, so I guess we better wrap this baby up.
That's
Thanks for joining us, folks. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. For all our broadcast crew, I'm Don Tyson saying good night, everybody.